No, thank you. I don't believe women should smoke. You'll excuse me saying yes. Amid the dazzling glory, the lives of Hollywood stars are always weighed down by pressure and constant scrutiny. Many turn to cigarettes as an escape to stay calm and poised before the public. But from a small habit, smoke has transformed into a prison of addiction, dragging them into a spiral of illness, exhaustion, and ultimately death. Among the 25 names below, there were stars who once stood at the very peak of fame, yet because of cigarettes, their careers collapsed and their reputations plunged into ruin. Some were even once considered the very symbol of elegance, but in the end, all that remained was a frail skeleton on a hospital bed. So who were they? Which legends fell into tragedy simply because of tobacco smoke? 1. Walt Disney. His left lung rotted like a smokestack, died just 10 days after diagnosis. Could believe that the king of childhood, the man who brought Mickey, Snow White, and Disneyland to millions of children, would have such a terrifying death. From a young age, Walt Disney was addicted to cigarettes, to the point that his fingers turned yellow and his breath always carried the smell of smoke. Yet, he ordered the press never to photograph him smoking to protect his image as the father of childhood. In November 1966, doctors at St. Joseph Hospital, California, discovered a massive tumor that had consumed his entire left lung. A nurse told the Los Angeles Times, "When we opened his chest, the stench of tar rushed out. His lung was pitch black like a smokestack that had burned for 40 years. During the last 10 days of his life, Disney inhaled oxygen while trembling and begging for a cigarette to ease the stress. Even in his final board meeting, he coughed up blood but still forced a smile. Don't worry, Disneyland still has to grow bigger, doesn't it?" On December 15, 1966, he breathed his last at 65, leaving no words for the millions of children who had trusted him. His death shocked the entire world, a genius who painted childhood, yet died as a prisoner of tobacco. And more bitter still, if Walt Disney chose to hide his habit. Audrey Hepburn, the most elegant muse of the 20th century, lived openly with smoke until her final breath. 2. Audrey Hepburn, addicted to 3 packs a day, body wasted to skin and bones from colon cancer. Hour of breakfast at Tiffany's was once the epitome of elegance. But behind those sad eyes was a merciless addiction. Gregory Peck once told the Los Angeles Times Audrey treated a pack of cigarettes like a part of her body. She smoked on set, in the dressing room, even while reading bedtime stories to her children. 3 packs a day for decades came with a price. In the early 1990s, doctors in Lausanne, Switzerland diagnosed her with metastatic colon cancer. From then on, her once radiant figure wasted away to skin and bones, her weight dropping below 40 kilos. A maid recalled every night Audrey cried into her pillow from the pain, but in the morning she still forced a smile to hide it from her son. At a charity event in Switzerland, the audience was stunned when Hepburn appeared in a gown slipping off her shoulders so thin it brought tears to the eyes of all who saw her. Le Monde described the moment as the death of elegance. On January 20th, 1993, Audrey Hepburn passed away in her small villa in Tolochenaz, Switzerland, aged 63. Her death shook the worlds of fashion and cinema. If even the century's most beautiful icon could be destroyed by cigarettes, then who could escape? And the next tragedy fell upon a man of strength and muscle. Patrick Swayze, who once made women around the globe swoon, yet in the end still trembled with a cigarette on his deathbed. 3. Patrick Swayze, terminal pancreatic cancer, still smoked with trembling hands on his deathbed. Swayze, star of Dirty Dancing and Ghost, was once the very symbol of unyielding masculinity. But in 2008, doctors at Stanford University Medical Center coldly delivered the verdict: terminal pancreatic cancer. What shocked audiences most was that even as his body wasted to skin and bone, his belly swollen with fluid, Patrick still held on to a burning cigarette. In an interview with Barbara Walters on ABC News, he broke into tears. "I know, I don't have much time left, but quitting smoking is harder than facing this death." His body was ravaged, coughing up blood until his ribs cracked, vomiting relentlessly, his weight dropping below 50 kilograms. At one point, a photographer captured him in a wheelchair, his hand trembling as he lifted a cigarette to his lips. The photo landed on the cover of People magazine's Stunning America. His wife Lisa Nemi recalled in tears, "He knew he had only weeks left, but he still whispered, 'Just one more cigarette.'" His last words, in a faint whisper, were simply, "I'm sorry." On September 14, 2009, Patrick Swayze died in Los Angeles at 57. The image of a once muscular hero dying like a ghost, still clutching a cigarette, remains one of Hollywood's most haunting memories. But the chain of tragedies didn't end there. Soon after, the immortal cowboy John Wayne was also brought down by smoke, despite once being hailed as America's eternal symbol. 4. John Wayne, king of cowboys, smoked 6 packs a day, lungs and stomach destroyed by cancer. 11th, 1979. America fell silent as John Wayne's funeral was broadcast live from California. On screen, he was the unyielding symbol of the Wild West. In reality, his final years were spent in agony at UCLA Hospital, his body eaten away by cancer. Wayne smoked obsessively, 3 to 6 packs a day. The Los Angeles Times described, "He always had a pack of Lucky Strikes in his shirt pocket, another in his car, and one more at his bedside. Cigarettes were his inseparable companion, like a cowboy's gun." In 1964, doctors at UCLA diagnosed him with severe lung cancer. A long surgery removed his entire left lung and 2 ribs. A nurse later told the New York Times, "When we opened his chest, one lung was jet black, stiff as rubber, reeking of tar." Yet just months after surgery, Wayne relapsed, claiming smoking was the only thing that helped him keep the cowboy spirit. By the late 1970s, stomach cancer struck. It tormented him with agonizing cramps, vomiting blood, and sleepless nights. His son Michael Wayne recalled painfully, "One night Dad couldn't breathe. His skin turned purple, yet he still reached for his pack. I'll never forget that." Wayne died at 72. His passing was not only a loss to cinema, but also a devastating warning to a generation. And just a few years before Wayne, the public had already been shaken by another tragedy: Clark Gable, the screen's lover of millions, who collapsed only days after finishing The Misfits. 5. Clark Gable, America's lover.